After the events of Aftermath, where Al-Asad used a nuclear device to blow up the city, we now have confirmation that Sergeant Paul Jackson is dead as fuck. And now we kick things back off with the SAS boys. Nikolai begins explaining how Al-Asad is a punk ass little bitch that would never sacrifice himself. He tells us that there is a safe house in Azerbaijan that Al-Asad has used in the past, so he gives us the coordinates so we can go and fuck his whole day up. With the intel given by Nikolai, Captain Price prepares for his next mission and tells Gaz to assemble the team. Now you might be thinking to yourself, we're about to go and storm a safe house to capture Al-Asad, one of our biggest ops right now. So we must be bringing an army, right? Wrong. Gaz is only bringing 2 other operators with us. What the fuck is he thinking? Anyway, we meet up with a Russian loyalist and he explains that there are approximately 300 heavily armed Russian ultranationalists protecting Al-Assad's bitch ass. We begin our mission by moving through the terrain and we started to hear screams. Turns out these guys are killing innocent ass people, which is fucked up. While all of that is happening, myself, being a highly trained SAS operator, accidentally grabs a flashbang, pulls the pin off that bitch, and throws that shit, and it explodes. Which then ultimately gives away our position, so we no longer have the element of surprise. My bad, Price. We are now engaging in our first firefight, and must search and secure the first safe house for Al-Asad. Bullets start flying and ultranationalist bodies start dropping because they suck ass at this warfare shit. I then begin to hear noises on my left side, so I turn and see about 7 motherfuckers running down the hill before we absolutely plammer their shit full of bullets. After that long ass hike up the hill, I barely escape an RPG that was about to torch my shit. I return fire, taking out all the hostiles in front of the house, and I then make a push for the house. Price then starts to tell me that I need to call in air support on that building. I took it under advisement and I push forward because I truly don't give a fuck. I then blast 2 more hostiles, then decide to call in air support on the second safe house northwest of my position. Now it is time to breach and clear. I smoke the fool trolling behind the couch and I destroy a TV with no signal because fuck that TV. I rushed up to the 2nd floor where I got my shit desecrated by an ultranationalist camping pussy ass le bitch. I used a different point of entry this time and I 200 pumped this fool that was inside the doorway, blasting his shit smooth off. Rushing towards the staircase, Price slaughters these 2 fools and Gaz tells me that the house is all clear. Now shifting focus to the 2nd house, Price tells me to call in air support on the building. I decide to do so, however not because he told me to, just to be clear on that.
I'm not doing this for you.
I then engage multiple threats that are pinning down private cable. The 2 guys on the left get popped, then moving over to the guys on the right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm dropping bodies all over the floor. Oh, that shit is cold. That shit is cold. Tell me that shit is not cold.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Advancing towards the right side now, I'm trying to get into cover behind this destroyed vehicle. I develop multiple gunshot wounds. While attending to those wounds, I notice this guy on my left flank. I decide to take him down. Pause. And after that, I see a small 5-man team trying to flank us. I'm able to get 3, however 2 remain. 1 guy makes a peek and perishes while Gaz noses the last guy who was inside the house. But then he decides to let him go. And now I have to do it myself. Hashtag Gaz sucks, but also fuck LT Kim. Gaz states that the 2nd building is clear. However, I do not trust him because of the shit he just pulled back there. So to make sure that there is no cap in his rap, I clear the house and it seems that he was right. For now. Upon arrival of the 3rd house, my senses alert me of a... Is that a fucking tank? Anyway, I call in air support instantly because what the fuck else am I supposed to do against that shit?
Kaboom!
I make my way over to the 3rd house, but not before I almost get my shit blown off by my own guys. Anyway, now I enter the 3rd house from the basement below. At the top of the steps, I blast this fool that is completely fucking lost. Then moving into the room I just flashbanged, I blammered this fool that is doing fuck all by the fireplace. Now that the 1st floor is clear, I move to the 2nd floor. I fire 2 shots, get 2 kills on the guys in the MGs. A 3rd guy shows up and I almost perish, but I have a shotgun. Gaz gives me the order that it's all clear, but that was a fucking lie. A guy with an RPG comes rushing down the stairs, and then another guy right after. Terrible cons from you, Gaz. Now because Gaz has me down, the house is clear, I double check, and Corporal Lewis almost pays the price. Getting ready to exit the house, a soldier comes running up the stairs but ends up being my ally, which leads me to almost getting insta-fucked by an actual enemy. I briefly fall back and then return fire, and the same fool starts blocking my shots. I take down the threat by nuking his shit with red barrels. I then make a push, but with COD timing, another hostile is also making a move. We meet in the middle, but I slaughter his shit. I make another peek, trying to get air support on the 5th house, but I get beamed in my ass and I die. Instead of doing that again, I go for a right side flank. I call in air support on the 5th house. I then begin to return fire on the house. I take some shots at the guy at the entrance, then I shift focus to the guy that's sitting next to the red barrels. Some guy on the right side appears and I take him down with flawless accuracy and confirm the kill on the guy in the entrance. I move up to the house, but I go from the back. Pause. Now on the porch, this guy runs up on me but gets completely decimated by my air support rockets. My dumbass, thinking that they're finished with their bombing run, walks into the fire and I pass away.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot.
Injured behind some barrels, I notice this dude running like he just shit his pants. So I fire multiple shots into his ass. Pause. Gunfire from the window appeared, so I Kobe a grenade. But they weren't playing and they threw one right back at me. Now with pissed pants, I book it out of there. Waiting for the grenade to explode, I get shot by some guys in the open. I fall back into cover, recovering from my injuries, when out of nowhere, this dude, Kool-Aid Man, sprints over to me on some oh yeah shit, but I shut that shit down. I take down 2 more hostiles, move to the back of the house, and then take some NBA jump shots through the window, taking down these 2 fools. Moving to the window on my right, I aim and pick this other dude off. I then make a push to the porch, smoking the dude that is AFK there trolling. This guy runs to the door, gets clapped, and the brother in the window also goes bye-bye. 2 more guys run out, they get popped, and there is 1 more guy in the window, but I think his shit off. The barrel is on fire, so I fall back. Now with Corporal Lewis and Private Cable, we clear the house. I flashbang through the door, move to secure, and 1 guy remains. Then Gaz says the building is clear. However, Gaz left a trap for me, and I ran into it. A grenade fucking explodes, fucking my whole day up. Fuck you, Gaz. At the back entrance of the last house, I make a peek, fire my shotgun, blammering the 2 fools on the walkway. I then check the left side and find these 2 dudes fucking in the corner, so I kill them. Mindlessly walking into the house, a guy on the right side lights my shit up, and I pass away. I enter the house, but my fat ass gets stuck on the door frame and I cease to exist. Peeking around the window, I blast this fool at point blank, then the guy behind him right side of the hallway in the doorway. Then blasting the guy at the end of the hallway. However, he was able to tag me, so I recover before re-engaging. Another guy runs out of the hallway and I ruin his day with a shotgun blast to the chest. Then another one, so I say fuck it and I throw a grenade, blowing him pause the fuck up.
Say goodnight, motherfucker.
Before I enter into the house, a figure comes out from the doorway. I take a shot, fire my shot blaster, and turns out it was Gaz. Fuck you, Gaz. Now inside the garage of the house, Gaz almost gets shot by me again. Then I turn around and Corporal Lewis is in the way, so I low-key shoot him.
Fuck this guy!
And the mission fails. For fuck's sakes. I catch Captain Price lacking, but he quickly locks in to make it seem like he actually is doing shit, even though he's not. The guy inside the garage gets blammered on. Then moving to the hallway, I notice a gun barrel. I take a shot, but the wall blocks it. I re-engage, and it's Corporal Lewis. Come on, dude. Anyway, running down the stairs are 4 armed troops, so I go around the back, pause, and then I gangbang them at the bottom of the stairs. Moving to the second deck, I notice the door closed and creak open. I fire into the door, hitting the guy. He falls down into the railing. Then another dude bolts out, hurts me. I fall back. I recheck the stairs to see the dead dude trolling. Long story short, the guy was found outside, meaning that now all the houses have been cleared and Al-Asad is in the last one. Approaching the house, I take the path on the left into this little creek. However, I am stopped by a wired fence.
Son of a bitch! Damn it!
I get to this whack-ass fence when I notice some hostiles going into the farm shed. I continue pursuing from the left side while the rest of my team engages from the front. I make my way into the other farm shed where I headshot this dude who was taking cover behind a barrel. I then check inside the shed and notice an MG gunner firing on my guys. So I assassinate his shit with a bullet to the back of the head. The back of his head is ridiculous. Now making my way up onto the second story, I help Gaz with this dude that he is struggling to kill. I then proceed to save his life. So Gaz, you owe me big time. We have made it to Al-Asad's safe house, and Price reminds us that we need to keep him alive. He flashbangs through the door, pops the 2 guards, and beats the brakes off of this punk ass little bitch Al-Asad. Now Price is interrogating him about how he got the bomb and needing a name. Price is just fucking up Al-Asad's whole day when his old ass Android starts ringing. Gaz says it's a cell phone, and I'm like, no fucking shit. Anyway, he hands it to Price, and Price answers. After some time, Price picks up his blammer and blasts Al-Asad right in the fucking face before hanging up. Price says it was Imran Zakayev's little punk ass, and we fade to black.
Imran Zakayev.
Shit, are those my ops? Those are my ops. Grenade, Kobe! I hear a dog. Circle. No way! Oh my days, no shot, bro. That's so cap. Fucking die, okay. What the fuck? I pressed circle. This game is bullshit. Peace out. Damn! Damn, Price, that dog was all up in your shit, gang. Holy, oh, there's a fucking thing. Flashbang through the door. My bad, Private. You didn't tell me the fucking, you didn't tell me your position. Flashbang through the door. There's a guy right there. Yo, bro, y'all gotta, what the fuck? Those guys are homies? Yo. I don't know what to tell you, bro. These guys are the worst teammates I've ever had in my life. Y'all don't tell me you're going downstairs, so I'm flashbanging through the door.
Now you got me fucked up, okay, ayy. Tryna walk away, I've been chillin' as a day. But these feelings never change. Get the fuck out my way, ayy. Perky to the face, you can tell me why you hate.